Every year, hundreds of thousands of children are removed from their families by Child Protective Services. What if I told you this has become a $15 billion industry? What if the very people meant to protect children are actually profiting from destroying families? This is an investigation into systematic corruption that reaches the highest levels of government. Here's how the corruption works. Under Title IV federal funding, counties receive money for every child they remove from their home. The longer children stay in care, the more money flows. Foster care placements generate thousands of dollars per month. Adoption bonuses provide additional incentives. It's a $15 billion industry built on family destruction. This is the story of one family that discovered the truth about how the system really works. For 12 years, a Northampton County CYS caseworker has systematically targeted his ex-wife's new family. The caseworker's name has been redacted for legal reasons, but his actions speak louder than any name ever could. The victim, a father fighting for his children, has endured 10 unfounded cases in just 12 months. That's a 100% harassment rate. Zero evidence of abuse or neglect has ever been found. Every single case was determined to be unfounded, yet the harassment continues. But this case reveals something even more sinister. The CYS caseworker who has been filing these harassment cases has now placed the family's oldest son with himself. Let me repeat that. The very person who destroyed this family is now raising their child. This represents the most egregious conflict of interest imaginable. When the father demanded his attorney object to this obvious conflict of interest, the attorney refused, stating, "I don't have to do anything for you." This isn't just one bad caseworker. This is systematic corruption enabled by courts, attorneys, and a system that profits from trauma. For children consistently saying, "We were never harmed and we want to go home." But their voices don't matter when there's money to be made. These children have been clear and consistent in their testimony, yet their words are ignored because they don't fit the profitable narrative. Now the system has escalated to blocking the children from communicating with their father. Text messages are monitored and blocked. Phone calls are restricted. They are systematically destroying the parent-child bond, which constitutes psychological abuse of both the father and the children. On July 17, 2025, this corruption reached a constitutional crisis. During a CYS review hearing in Northampton County Court, the father was invited by the judge to speak on the record about the case. When he began addressing the due process violations and conflicts of interest, he noticed someone staring over his shoulder. The opposing attorney was looking at his phone, reading his notes, a clear violation of attorney-client privilege. The judge immediately declared him out of order. Sheriff's deputies placed hands on his shoulders, threatened him with tasers, and forcibly removed him from the courtroom. His crime? Attempting to exercise his First Amendment right to petition for redress of grievances. This single incident violated the First, Fourth, Sixth, and 14th Amendments to the Constitution. It was assault under color of law, a federal crime punishable by life imprisonment. The interference with parent-child communication violates additional constitutional rights and constitutes child abuse. This isn't isolated corruption. This is a systematic pattern spanning 12 years. Unfounded harassment cases filed repeatedly, conflict of interest ignored by courts, attorney complicity in constitutional violations, physical removal from court for seeking justice, interference with parent-child relationships, financial incentives driving every decision. This isn't just happening in Northampton County. Across America, families are being destroyed by a system that has forgotten its mission. Children are being used as commodities in a $15 billion industry that profits from their trauma. But we can stop this. We can expose the corruption. We can demand accountability. Share this video. Contact the FBI Civil Rights Division. Demand congressional investigation into Title IV abuse. Contact your representatives. These constitutional violations cannot stand in America.